true crime, a terrible sight, world of YouTube. I am very, very pissed off tonight because I wasn't able to get out and do a ghost hunt with the lovely bright moon, as you can see, shining tonight. Damn you to hell. Of course, after today's ordeal of a nice little, oh geez, let me bring some snow to the picture here, people. Snow. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, what a life. But by request, I was asked to do a video on a girl that went missing. Now, beat me up if I'm going to say this. Mihaljevic. Yeah, Amy Mihaljevic. Amy Mihaljevic. She must be Russian or Russian nationality. 1989. This is a very bizarre case, and also reminds me of a couple cases that I looked up after looking into the what the hell was it, the kid from London that I looked up on. Now what is it? I have 3 cases, and this one matches both, and this is probably the earliest one, and it's just insane how this could even think of this. This is one girl, though, of course, not 2, so I don't think it has anything like Bridge Guy case to even put him as a character in this one. But you know, it is demented, and it kind of reminds me of, and that's why I was asked to do this. For the simple fact that due to the fact of, how the killer acts. And there's a lot of stuff I got a lot of stuff I found on the Delphi case and all this stuff, and I gotta go over, but time is precious, of course, driving me nuts with time. But people are saying, did they know the killer? Did they, felt comfortable, and all this stupid stuff. And I don't think it would have anything to do with this case and similarities, but to say that this girl got a call from the killer. And one thing is the similarity is that the killers are searching places, and these girls were at a place. No, wait a minute. I'm thinking of another case. Is it this one? I believe it is this one. I think this girl went to a Yep, baby. Yeah, this is a went to a science or a museum. Went to a museum, and it had said that this killer did find her from this museum, due to the fact that there was other girls later on after this murder that got calls that they were at the same museum. So at this museum, they said they could have been checking in and could have left their name, address, and stuff like that, something important behind. And this guy was going around, obviously picking up names and stuff at the museum. And for some reason, if there was a booklet like this, this case can go on with the witnesses, things like that. Hey! Bear with me, I gotta get this pug in the backyard. Not to be said that this killer was, as they say, going into this place. Where in the hell, this is where it brings me to to think another case with a bunch of stuff in this case. I mean, she even had food in there in her stomach when they found her body. They found her body later on, like 6 months later, in a field, not too far from the town. I mapped it out. I'm going to do a mapping and everything. And they even knew what the hell she last ate. Chinese food with soy sauce or something on it. There's a lot of questions to be answered in this case, and one of them is if there was some guy going into this place and looking at a friggin' log book. Wouldn't there be someone to come up and say, hey, buddy, what are you looking at? And why would they even list a log book at a museum? Like a sign-in. Because if that's the case, then that guy must have stood there. And literally just stood there and was looking at it. And not one employee would come up to him and say, hey, what the hell you doing there, guy? And it's insane. This was updated, I believe, if anybody wants to read the whole thing. And I believe this happened near Halloween. And what the killer did, October 27th, by Drew Schofield. Hey! But what the killer did, was just insane to even think. Getting a back dog. To even think that he was at this place, looking at a log book. And calling, this girl to say, hey, your mother got a promotion. And that's what he did. He called her and she got a promotion. And I want you to meet me. Now, what is very strange in this thing is that the people said that this girl would not be the type that would go out with strangers. But, yet, somebody conned her into, saying, hey, I'm going to go buy a gift for your mother. I work for your mother. And I want to, I want you to come with me and pick out a gift so your mother can have a nice gift for getting her promotion. And I think he used the same line on a lot of the other girls, but in something else it said, but it's like, what the And if this girl was, and they said she was smart, but she wouldn't be conned into these things. Another girl without the proper street smarts takes hand again. Because, if that was the case, this girl wouldn't have met up with this person. Literally downtown. Friends of her saw her downtown talking to the man near a barbershop. The barber in the barbershop even said he did not hear no commotion. And, he was working that day. It was summer. Well, obviously his door was open or something at Halloween time, but they'd kind of be cool out, right? Maybe there's a little warm out there and whatnot, but here we go again with the scenario of many witnesses seeing the person. They do have a sketch of the person, but of course, once again, this damn case, man, is just insane. And this guy has never been found. They do say that there's a field they found her in. They do say that, damn it, I'm trying to find that picture. There was some suspects, but, of course, they were cleared. And there's so many suspects out there in this case and blah, 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 It's sad. It's very sad that when someone is literally point blank ranged with a friggin' face, and nobody takes notice. See, this is the thing. When you see something like this, and, it's disappointing to even think of everybody just, the picture ain't coming up. It's just unbelievable that, and there's a picture of the girl. And she was only 10 years old, mind you. And it's just unbelievable that people just stood there and watched this girl go up to a guy. Now, here we are again in a small freaking town. Small town. And either the person is well known or the person is not known, and they just don't. It's like, what are you people thinking? If people say this is a small town, and we know everybody, but yet they see the girl talking to this guy, and Jesus Christ, they don't go up to him and say, hey, what are you doing with her? Or, hey, just get a suspicion and go up to her and say, hey, how you doing? To see if she's, all right. Or, I just thought I'd say hi to you and just walk by and give that guy a real good looking at. Because, who knew that was going to be the last time anybody have saw her? And it's just insane how this case rolls out, just like all these other cases I've been covering. And when they had a food in her stomach and they knew what the hell she ate, like 2 weeks before, I'm surprised something didn't eat that out of her gut. You know what I'm saying? Getting that much time out, 6 months, I believe they said, before they found her body in 1990, and it was 89. So, yeah, 6 months. And the food was still digested in her stomach. But yet, did she go and get Chinese food that day? Did she eat Chinese food at home? The things that are missed and not there. I'm going to do a little more talking about this when I do the mapping, just to give you an idea. But you see, and where it is located is just insane, because just like the Delphi murders and the Ohio murders, the Iowa murders, and the 76 murders. I mean, it is kind of freaking creepy that this is almost all around the same area. But I'm pretty for damn sure that it's not Bridge Guy that did this or the 76 murder. But once again, we're looking into a copycat murder. A man walking up out of nowhere, even with people in broad daylight, knowing that there's 50 friggin' people out there, as they say in Delphi, and the guy just literally walks up, does what he does, takes the girls, and that's another thing about the Delphi murders. Where their bodies were found, and they went searching all day, and it's just amazing that no one went into that section of where them girls were at. They went everywhere else but near that section. And like I say, that witness from the Delphi murder that left that house that someone claimed, and there's some more stuff I looked at, someone commented on to see if it's true or not, but it's just these cases like this, man, broad daylight. And that's the similarities with the Delphi case. In the other cases, everything happened in broad effing daylight. So, I mean, it's insane. And copycat killer, I believe, yes. And just bear with me. But like I was saying, everything in these cases are friggin' just nuts. Everything about this case and all the ones I've been covering is just insane. Broad daylight. And this one was really just, oh man. But I gotta do the mapping on this too. I mean, just to show you a briefing of where everything happened, how close it is to other things, and, just to think that this girl was seen broad daylight. Just broad daylight makes it even more insane. And, the things that they did and overlooked in this case is just even more nuts. the food in the stomach, and you know, the people downtown seeing her talking to somebody. There was a bunch of missing posters that came out, and right here, the responsible, reliable, she said whoever had kidnapped her took advantage of her by conning her into doing something that would have made her mother happy. And you see right there, the street smarts. The street smarts are not there. Because if she was as smart as they say she was, unfortunately she wasn't. She wouldn't have done this. Wouldn't have talked to strangers. But the article says it, and she did it. Street smarts, folks. Not there. Unfortunately, very sad. I mean, there's 1,000 tips in this case. The FBI, between 30 and 50 agents, works piece together that happened to Amy. And with all this, and with a sketch, and I think they said the vehicle was seen. But I'm going to go over a little bit more of this in my next video. I'm going to do a mapping and show you some things, but how insane this case is. I want to thank the person for giving me this case to go over it the best I can, as much as I can, and I'll get back to you on that in the next video. Until that next video, always be safe, take care, beware. I want to thank everybody that's been commenting and adding themselves, subscribing. Thank you very much. I'm only 126 damn subs away, breaking my threshold, but this is good stuff, and similarities to other cases I'm doing, especially the Delphi. Good looking out, man, who sent this. Good stuff. I'm going to do a little bit more analysis on this in my next video with the mapping. Till the next video, out.